What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back with another video on the 73 Plymouth Satellite Roadrunner Tribute. I'm learning what to call it. Some of you have called me out and told me the appropriate term is tribute. I call it a clone, a fake, a fraud. Other people call it a tribute. We got a guest with us today. In fact, we got another one coming. But right now, we got Michael.
Hello. How you doing?
Santa's Workshop over here. Go check him out. Yep, look at that. Santa's Workshop right there. That's the logo. I'm going to put a link to him right underneath the video. It'll be super easy for you guys to find him because all you got to do is just like click. Oh, oops. Sorry. Butter. Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Butterfinger.
We are back with the 73 Plymouth. And you guys are going to hate me, but this might be the last video I do on this car. How do you feel about that?
It kind of hurts.
Yeah?
Yeah. But
yeah,
with what you're looking at,
well,
that might make up for it.
I'm looking at a few things, but I'm leaving for by the time this video comes out, I'll be long gone and back unless something catastrophic happens anyway. I am flying out to California with Monkey Wrench Mike, and we're going to go look at the main car of interest for me right now. This is a frame-off restoration, fully restored, at least back in like 2016, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere between 2013 and 16. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look at it. But the car is at Copart.
Okay.
That's interesting. And it's a 69 Chevelle SS. A real SS. Not a clone, not a tribute, not a fake, not a fraud. A real SS. 396 big block, 12-bolt rear end, Muncie 4-speed manual transmission. AC car, power options. 40 grand. Buy it now.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you this. I've been watching this car for a while, and I haven't shared it with anybody because I know somebody out there will jump the gun on it. This is a car that should be, if it is everything that it's supposed to be, it should be a $60,000 to $80,000 car.
Right.
This sold at Mecum several years ago. I think it went for like $67,000.
Okay.
The guy bought it. He's got a lot of money, apparently, and he just buys these cars and parks them.
Oh.
So this car has been sitting for, it still has the tires that it came with from Mecum. It's those old school, they look like bias plies.
Right.
The wide oval looking, old school. It's a good looking car. It has been selling week after week for $39,750, and he will not take it.
Oh.
$250, you're talking about a $40,000 buy it now. He will not negotiate $250 under his $40,000. He won't do it.
Wow.
I talked to Copart, and they also told me he will not take a dime less than $40,000.
Wow.
That is for everybody that's going to get really mad at me. Really, I know there's a lot of you really upset. I'm kind of upset too, but I got to thinking about it today, and I was like, okay, I could go spend $40,000 on this car, and then I've got this car that I've probably got $17,000 into. That's what I have myself.
Right.
I've got about 17 grand. These wheels and tires were $1,300 by themselves. We got some new parts going in it today. Guys, this windshield, this is great. This windshield wiper motor, this was $550. Can you believe that?
Wow.
$550 for this wiper motor. The Roadrunner beep horn, this was $75. It's almost $100. All right, so I got some money into this car.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, she's a good runner. I've driven it well over 1,000. I probably put almost 1,500 miles on it at this point.
Right.
Still runs and drives fine. Today, we're attempting the air conditioning, and this thing has been sitting at 20 inches of vacuum or mercury, I guess I should say. 20 inches of mercury.
Right.
For, how long did you say? It's been about an hour since we started.
About an hour, yeah.
About an hour. So she's holding vacuum. So it looks like we should be able to shoot some Freon in it. And it, assuming nothing is messed up in there, it might have working AC as well here in just a minute.
That'll be nice.
Along with the new beautiful tires, American Racing Torque Thrust 2s with Cooper Cobra Radial GT tires. The size is the right size for this car, which is 215/70/15. This car originally came with 14s, but going up a size, the appropriate size is 215/70/15. Got these from Tire Rack. It's 13 and change out the door. We still have the steering wheel to replace when it comes in. And I'm hoping that everything I need, I bought new bushings for the wiper transmission.
Okay.
I think I've got everything I need to make the windshield wipers work again. And after that, there's not much more aside from the body work.
Right.
It runs, it drives, it doesn't leak. It's going to have new wheels and tires. The suspension is level. You know, maybe some exhaust. I don't know. I'm thinking about not changing the exhaust because I'm afraid if I do something really loud, you know, there may be some people who are going to be like, damn it, I didn't want it loud.
Right.
I wanted a cruiser.
But, you know, with the way it is now, you can barely hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
If it had something, just a nice tone, not something to rattle the windows, I think that would really up the appeal.
Like 40 series, Flowmaster 40s.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. Or the 40 Delta series are really good too.
Right.
Yeah. Or MagnaFlow. Go with MagnaFlow. Those are nice.
Yeah, they're pricey, but nice.
So that is why, for all of you that are going to be getting really mad at me, I guess they're new here. They don't understand that, like, I could go out and spend $40,000 on this car, and now I've got $40,000 in that one, and then I've got $17,000 in this one.
Right.
That's almost $60,000 in two cars. I can promise you, if I've got a '69 Chevelle, I'm probably not going to. I hate to say it.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to drive this very much.
I'm going to help them understand.
Right. Yeah. Help them, please.
Chevelle standard automatic.
Yeah. Chevelle 396 big block.
Yeah.
Which, by today's standards, the horsepower wasn't all that impressive. I mean, it's 350 horsepower.
Right.
But for back then, that was pretty damn good.
Well, and nothing sounds like a big block.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't beat it.
Here you've got like 170 horsepower 318. Not knocking it. I'm not knocking. It's a great car. It is. But I could either spend 60 grand and have them both, or I could spend 28 grand, sell this one, obviously, for hopefully around 15 to 17, and then it would be around $28,000 out of pocket, and I could have the Chevelle SS.
Right.
A real one that was frame-off restored. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to California with Monkey Wrench Mike, and I am going to go record a bunch of videos for these guys, Copart walkarounds, IA walkarounds. I'm going to go record a bunch of videos at my main purpose out there. For 3 days I'll be there. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going out there to record, but really I'm going to look over that Chevelle super, super close. I'm going to do more research on it, and I may just bite the bullet and go ahead and drop the 40 grand and see if we can do a will it drive home. So by the time this video comes out, this should come out Saturday. Today is Saturday, but it's a week before they're ever going to see it. What is the date today? The
I
20.
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. All right, it's still March.
Yes,
it's still March. It'll be April next Saturday, I think, right? April 1st?
Yes. No.
Second?
Because, it'll be second because the 31st is Thursday.
Because if this video comes out on April 1st, they're going to think it's an April Fool's joke. And it's not. So this video should come out a week after I recorded it. That's why I'm recording it now, because I will be out of state from Wednesday through.
I don't know. I think an April Fool's video where it's not an April Fool's video, I think that would be pretty funny.
That would be funny. Maybe good clickbait, too. People might actually click on it more.
That's true.
I don't know. But anyway, if you're interested in this car, chances are it's going to be going up for sale at Copart very, very soon. By the time this video comes out, it may already be up. So check the link down below and see if I have a link to this car. Currently waiting on the title, which might be it may be in the mailbox right now. If it is, once I have the title and I got the air conditioning, I replace that horn, get the windshield wipers on, and the bezels installed that you painted. We should go check those out. Get these wheels put on here in a minute. We're pretty much done. And down the road it goes. Look at these beauties. Look at this. I need to get on some light so you can really look at that. Those look... Oh! What?
Almost had me there.
You said the headlight bezels were a bear.
Yeah, there was 2 spots that kept on fisheyeing.
Yeah.
You got just a little bit on that one, but I was able to
right there. Yeah. They probably won't be able to see it really, but trust me. Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it. You can see the fish eyes there. But that's not his fault though. Number one, the paint that I got for him wouldn't adhere to that at all.
Right.
Number two, everybody's been telling me this type of metal can be very difficult to paint.
Yeah.
So they recommended using a Plastidip instead.
What I would have done if it was something that I was going to be doing and keeping, I would have gotten a Y2K primer, which is a etching primer. Spray that on there, let it set, sand it down, and then do a light coat, then paint it.
Okay.
Because that way, it's never coming off.
Right.
That stuff will actually stick to glass.
This stuff will eventually start to pit and peel off.
Oh, yeah.
And so will the grill. I mean, it's just, and the bumpers most likely eventually as well.
Oh, yes. Any kind of paint will.
All right, so I guess it's about time to jump into this, guys. I guess we'll start with throwing some Freon in, just because I'm curious. I'm just curious if the AC will work. It doesn't really matter. It makes no difference to me, honestly. But if the AC would work, that'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So let's get her ready to shoot some Freon in her and see what she does. Or I expect doesn't do. I don't see the air conditioning working, but
we never know.
You never know. Let's do it. We're taking bets. Will it work or no?
I bet you it'll kick on.
All right. I think it'll kick on. I don't think it's going to work. I don't. I heard it idle down. I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, already? We're just getting started. This thing holds like 2 pounds or something. These
wow.
Yeah, they hold a lot, dude. They hold a lot. We'll just, oh, she's leaking on me. Woo! Whoa! You got to be careful. That'll get you. That'll get you. That bites. That bites.
Don't get stuck to the can.
Look, she's got a little, she's getting some pressure to her.
Yeah.
She's taking it, that's good. Hopefully it doesn't blow it back out some. Yeah, these old hoses, these are 50-year-old air conditioning components, man. What do you think's gonna happen when the PSI starts running through them? Boom!
Hey, this is back when they used to make them that last.
Well, that's true. That's true. I can't argue that. Well,
it should be kicking on by now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Huh. I win. How much did we bet for? $5,000. $40,000.
I'll have to owe you.
Well, darn.
You're trying to get that Chevelle for free.
I'm trying to get it for free. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, guys, I'm thinking this ain't gonna fly. Darn. Okay, well, truthfully, you don't need air conditioning.
I'll bet the clutch is out in that. I'll bet it.
No, the clutch is good.
AC clutch?
Yeah. It's nice and free. It spins great.
Well, yeah, but the electronics.
Oh, the part that sucks it in and the electromagnet. Yeah.
I can see it move every once in a while. I think it's going to try.
Please try. Come on, old girl. Do it to it. No. She's just not going to have any of it. Man, listen how quiet this car runs, though. Alright, guys, I'm going to cut this off. We'll come back if we make any progress. So, good news, bad news.
Good news, bad news.
What's the good news?
Good news is the compressor works.
It does.
Yes.
Works really well. Nice and quiet.
Yep.
Smooth. No issues. Bad news. No air conditioning. Good news. You can see the air conditioning through the sight glass on the evaporator here. Very clearly, you can see that it circulates. It's nice and hot on this side. And it's a little bit cooler. It's cool on this side. This is hot for sure. This side is cool, but the temperature coming out of the vents is 78 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's not right. And we can't get it to suck down much of any Freon at all. And the only way to get the compressor to come on was to jump the compressor clutch over to the battery. Is that still hooked up?
Yep. I thought you turned it off.
That wasn't me. I was inside the car. That wasn't me. Anyway, yeah, the compressor works, but, you know, it's got something going on. And truthfully, like, if you're going to do this right, you should probably really just redo all of this.
Yeah.
New evaporator, new condenser, new compressor, new hoses. Like, really, you should just go through this. I didn't expect that it was going to work, and I'm not upset that it didn't work. It's 50 years old. Air conditioning is rolling your windows down and going 70.
Exactly.
Yeah. Somebody else put those adapters on there. Those were there when I bought it. And I heard from a guy that sent me a picture of the car in his garage.
Okay.
He sent me a picture today through email, and he said, I believe you bought my car. It's definitely this car. That's definitely his garage, and he knew the secrets behind the missing side marker lights. He said if you look up under there, you'll find a plate of metal welded back there.
Okay.
Where they took the side marker lights out, welded the plates over them to delete them because they didn't like the way they looked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he knows this car very well, and he said, I can't believe you've got it. He said it's been years since he's seen it. He bought it from a guy in Nebraska and sold it to somebody in Maryland.
Okay.
This car's been all over. Somehow it ended up in Chicago. Now it's in Oklahoma.
It has yet to make it to the West Coast.
And you never know. You never know.
You're going to California, you got to drive it out.
Yeah, well, I've got a flight. I'm lazy, so I'm going to get on a flight. In 3 hours, I'm going to be in California.
Well,
so
I could drive it.
I think the next step is, I guess, as much as I hate to tackle these windshield wipers, because somebody cut the pigtail, which means I have to cut the pigtail on my nice $550 windshield wiper assembly.
Now, if you got
I do have those.
If you got the spade connectors, I would just make your connectors and then take it up.
I've got those. So, yeah, that'd be better. I mean, this was super expensive.
Yeah.
I would hate to cut that. But I think windshield wipers are next important on the list. And I know you guys want to see the wheels and tires. Guess what? I'm going to save that for last. I'm going to save that for last. I've got to vacuum out the car. I can do that off camera. That's no big deal. But we'll go ahead and the windshield wiper motor on this, I've already disconnected everything from it. All that's left is taking out 3 bolts, pop it out. This one pops in, and then the fun begins because you got to be able to get all the arms and everything under there connected right, the new bushings in, everything has to line up perfect, and then we hope that the switch is good. That switch is another $100.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so if the switch is bad, we're... I got faith it's good, though, because they taped up all the wires. Why would they do that if the switch wasn't working?
That's true. That's true.
And they taped it up with duct tape. So, yeah. Let's get that motor out, and let's work on getting the new one in. All right, I got mine. Are you done?
Almost with this one.
Come on, man. I'm finished. It's wired up and everything. I'm done.
Well, that don't look like a new one.
Okay, I'm just now getting it out. I'm totally lying. I'm finally... There we go. Oh, look at the green under it. They didn't even remove the parts to paint. Now you can see the real green. It's actually very pretty. That was a very pretty green. I would have rocked it that color. I absolutely would have.
There's very few greens that I really like.
What do you think of that one? No?
No.
Ugh. Dun, 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 dun. This I'm excited about because there is a slim possibility windshield wipers might work when I'm done with this. I'm still not. I'm not convinced.
Did you get new blades?
Of course not. Why would I spend a bunch of money on windshield wiper blades before I even know if they're going to work? I mean, I only spent $550 on a windshield wiper motor. Why would I spend $12 on blades? That's a good point. All right, let me keep forcing this crap in here. All right, Michael's over here tearing it up, man. He's almost got it.
That's a bad choice of words.
Well, you know, the truth is, these little grommets, these little bushings that they sent me, we're just not having any luck. These things right here. The original ones that came out of it felt rubbery, somewhat spongy. They had some give to them. These are hard as a rock. Like these, every time we try to get one on, it shatters. He's tried it. I've tried it. We've tried persuading it with grease, with lube, with pliers, and eventually a hammer is what Michael resorted to. And
if at first you don't succeed, get a bigger hammer.
It seemed to work because it's all back together now. I was concerned we were not going to be able to get that done. Another thing, I put the horn on. Where'd the horn go? I'm very disappointed in this. This horn sounded great. Did it not? Did it not meep meep?
Meep meep.
It did.
That was it.
It meep meep. It really sounded like I was so happy to hear this horn work. I didn't get it on camera because I was waiting to finish putting it all together, and it never beeped again. This was almost $100, and it doesn't work. Now, the horn itself of the car works because I hooked everything back up and the horn beeps again just fine. Hopefully here in a few minutes, it'll have working windshield wipers. I'm about to start wiring up this motor over here, and he's hooking up the transmission. We'll find out here in just a second. Hopefully we will have working windshield wipers, and then we can move on to the final stage, which is putting the tires on. And off camera, I'll vacuum out the interior and get it cleaned up and everything. And I don't know. I don't want to say it's the last video of the car. I hope it's not the last video of the car. I hope it can stay around for a little bit longer. But I do want to show you these beautiful bezels that he painted. Take a look. Tell me that looks really good. I think it looks sick. The bezels are a little bit darker than the grill. And I think it looks good that way. I do. I think it makes it look really, really good. And you go around back here, and he's got the rear bezels installed as well. Check these bad boys out. Yeah. He did a great job painting them. Thank you for doing that too.
Oh, you bet.
And he had to go get his own paint and everything because mine, as usual, nothing I do works very well. So, all right, guys, I want to jump in here, start wiring up this motor, and we'll get back with you here in a second. All right, moment of truth, and there's nobody to thank but Michael for this. So if it works, that's all him. If it does not work,
it's all him.
That's also all. That's also all him. All right. Okay, here we go. Wow.
That arm that's catching, somebody has put too short of an arm on there, because go ahead and park it. See how it's not even reaching the deal over there?
Yeah.
See, it should be sitting all the way down.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
It's this. This plate here has got a big gap in the, a big gap in the bottom of it. And it's catching on that. I mean, but other than that though, if that wasn't stuck out so far.
Well, I think that arm is shorter than this one. Come on, get it all down there. There you go.
Oh boy. Well, wait.
It's going. I think you get you some new blades on there, it'll help it jump over that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say this. The windshield wipers work now. They did not work before. You may have to finagle with them a little bit, but if it's raining, you turn that sucker on. Well, hold on. Does it only have one speed? Because that should be the second speed.
That might be in the switch.
Yeah, it may be a defect in the switch. Yeah. I think it's the switch. Well, whether they go down doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is when you need it to turn on, they turn on. You got to help them down. All right, you got to help the things down a little bit. Aside from that, though, they work.
The $500 motor works.
Oh, $500. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still blown away at how expensive the motor was. So, what's next? Oh, got to tighten up the power steering belt. That thing has been squealing from day one. I got to put a little tape over that connector assembly that I just did. Put some tape over it, try to seal that up a little bit. And everybody's been waiting for the wheels and tires.
I have.
Yeah. That's the only reason you're still here.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to do all this later because I'm sure he wants to go home. So why don't we... I wasn't going to slam it down. I'm just going to gently sit her down so I can lift the car up without having to worry about it.
There we go.
All right. Just gently set it down, and we can do what we set off to do, and that's install these beautiful new wheels. And I'll button up the rest of this crap off camera, and then we can go home. Sounds good. Let's get her up in the air, and let's get these wheels off. Well, guys, there she is. I'm going to go ahead and just close out the daggum video. I still got plenty more to do. I'm going to be here a while longer. Michael's got to go home. He's tired. I'm tired. I think even the car is sitting here begging to go home at this point. It's tired of being on the gurney, man.
When we let it down off the jacks, I heard it go,
Yeah. Well, how do you think they came out? What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah?
I absolutely love them.
I agree. I mean, it just changed the... These are nice, and they got that real classic look to them.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just something about that shiny... Well, it's not chrome. It's
aluminum.
It's a polished aluminum.
Polished aluminum.
Yeah. You know, so there really is just something to those. I mean, yeah, it makes you look even harder at the car now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well...
Just focus on the wheels. Don't look at anything. Just focus on the wheels. She's not a bad car, man. She's not a bad car.
It's a great car. It really is. It needs some love and attention.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as I've always said from the first time I met you, you need a car with good bones, and this one has it.
Yes, it does. And then that's why I'm sending her right down the road. I finally find one with really good bones. Actually, the Buick had good bones, too.
Yeah, the Buick did have, well...
The roof issue.
Yeah, there's a little bit too much ventilation.
Yeah, yeah. This one does not have that problem. This one actually really through and through. This is a solid one.
About the only thing it really needs right away is reseal that windshield.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about it because it hadn't been raining.
Yeah.
I got the windshield wipers though.
Yep.
That'll keep it from leaking inside the car, I'm sure. Yeah, no, I don't know. I am very happy with the way it came out, so I want to thank you for the, I mean, look at this. There were people saying if you're going to paint those black and waste your money, and it's like, I wish people would just stop, man. Like, it's not a waste of money if it's my money and I'm doing something I want to do with my own money.
Exactly.
They're like, you're ruining these super rare headlight bezels. You ruin them.
Oh, no. No, they were scratched. There was a huge dent in one.
Yeah, you got out most of it.
Most
of the dent came out.
It's right on that side over there. If you want to show that off,
if you can even see it anymore, he popped most. I mean, there's barely. It's you can see it, but it's
barely there.
Minuscule.
But I mean, could they have been polished out with a long-term work and eventually? Yeah. But I mean, the theme of the car is black and purple.
I agree, and I think the black and purple looks good.
Oh, yes.
And I was concerned that these bright, shiny wheels might be too much with all the darkness going on, but I don't know. I think it just boom. It's like, look at me.
Well, the thing about if you would have put black wheels on there, they would have disappeared in the car.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you've got to have a focal point that's outside of the color scheme.
Oh, you got that with those wheels, man. And I'll bet it was already, I don't know if I covered this, but the ride quality between yesterday when I drove here before shocks and everything and raising up the front end.
Right.
And the ride quality now, completely different.
Wow.
I can hit corners. I can hit huge dips and everything. Like, she doesn't bottom out. She doesn't give an inch.
Good.
It holds its own very well. Someone also asked yesterday why we didn't drop the shackles down in the back. I forgot to address that in yesterday's video.
Well, with the springs being flattened out the way they are, it would have the Carolina squat to it.
Yeah.
So right now it is level. Get new springs for it, then you can put factory shackles back on it, and everything will be fine.
It looks fine. Like if you look at the gap here, I mean, look at that. It looks good. Now I'll just wander on over here. And, I mean, it really is. She is level.
Yeah.
She sits right.
Yep.
She doesn't bottom out on anything. It doesn't ride weird. I mean, I'm telling you, the ride, it's absolutely amazing. It rides and handles absolutely great. I would say you could drive this car from one side of the country to the other, but I already did it.
Yep.
Halfway. So,
Halfway.
well, I guess it's not quite. It was only 800 miles. Well, I probably got 1,500, 2,000 miles on it now.
Well, I mean, it's dependable.
It is. It is.
And we saw the inside of that motor.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of life left in this one.
And 17 miles a gallon.
Yep.
And we saw inside of the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucker's solid as well.
Yes.
Unfortunately, just no air conditioning. Sorry, guys.
The compressor did work.
It did.
So
it did.
That tells me whatever it is, it's not going to be a major thing.
No. And who really wants air conditioning in an old car? Oh, wait. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, me too. You know, when you're younger, it's like, who needs air conditioning? Roll the windows. And you get a little bit older, and it's like, air conditioning actually is kind of nice. Kind of important.
I put air conditioning in my sleigh.
Yeah. I can't blame you, man. Well, guys, go watch Santa's Workshop on YouTube. Go check him out. Second night in a row he's been out here with very little sleep. He didn't get much sleep either. And I'm hoping that I can squeeze another video of this car. I really do love it. I really do enjoy it. A lot of people are going to be really upset. They're already on Instagram yelling at me. One guy said, we should address this real quick. Now, I'm going to let him go. I know he's ready to get out of here. One guy said, instead of spending 40 grand on a Chevelle, I should put 40 grand into this and make this car what it should be. Make it perfect and right, because you can buy a Chevelle any day of the week and they're everywhere, versus you cannot find one of these or buy one of these because this car is so rare. So from a car guy that's not me, what do you think about that?
I will have to politely disagree with that, because number one, the 69 Chevelle is pretty rare, and especially if it's one that has, went through Mecum, that has had the frame up, the rotisserie restoration is the best.
Yep.
And if that's what this one has gone through, then that kind of money for that car, I mean, it's hands down, that.
It's an insane deal unless something is terribly wrong with the car.
Right.
Which is why I'm not buying it now I'm going to drive it without flying out to California to look at it first.
Right.
I've never dropped 40 G's cash money on a car before. Never.
Well, and, and putting 40,000 into this thing, at the end of the day, you will still have a Plymouth Satellite Roadrunner Tribute.
What do you think that'd be worth? Like, imagine there is no more Bondo. Imagine any tiny bit of surface rust. We just cut the panels out completely, replace all the panels. Hell, let's buy a whole new body if you can even find those. I doubt anybody makes them, but start to finish, ground up, totally redone. How much money do you think that would cost?
I mean, showroom, turnkey, out the door.
Yeah, showroom, 100%.
Insane price would be $30,000. I mean, yes, it's a beautiful car. Yes, they're rare, but the demand for them just is not there.
Bingo. So for 30 grand, we can make it look like a show car. For 30 grand, it would look like a real Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Plus, I've already got 17 in it, so that'd be 47 grand total to make. And when it's done, you know how much this car is worth?
25 to 30.
I can find people that are saying you can't find them. I can find Roadrunners all day.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, 50-year-old cars are getting harder and harder to come by. But there are websites dedicated to classic cars, and you can find them. There's plenty of them to sort through and decide on. And I mean, for 40 grand, I'm going to tell you right now, if you got $40,000 in your pocket and you want a real Roadrunner, you can buy one.
Yeah.
You can buy one with a 440, 727, 8 3/4 rear end with the Sure Grip rear end, air conditioning, power brakes, you can get one.
Right.
So I'm just sitting here thinking, to the guy that said I should spend another $40,000 on a car I already got $17,000 into, $57,000 into a Satellite. Why don't I just go buy one that's already done? I don't know. And personally, a true Chevelle SS, a real, 69 SS. Yeah, you can buy them too. You can find them on classic car websites too, but I've already done my research, and finding them things for 40 grand, that good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm glad we're on the same page there, because if you had said something different, I'd had to sit here and go, "You're wrong." No.
Well, if you would have told me it was a 70 Chevelle SS 454, I would have said, "Why are you still here?"
Well, because the money I'm waiting on ain't hit my bank yet. That'd be why.
There we go. There we go.
That's the truth of the matter. I'm waiting on a large deposit that just it's already gone, but my bank hasn't snatched it yet.
Gotcha.
And of course, it's the weekend, and I thought Friday. I was like, man, Friday. Nope. So I know it ain't coming Saturday. I know it ain't coming Sunday. So I got to hope by Monday or Tuesday it shows up. But yeah.
Don't you love how the banks say, him getting this kind of money? No, that ain't right. We got to hold this.
That's got to be what it is, because the money's already gone through. But apparently my bank they're holding on to it for a few days.
Well,
make sure there ain't something crazy going on with it.
Well, see, they're getting that interest on it while they're holding it.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are. They're borrowing my money.
Yep.
That I'm borrowing from somebody else.
There you go.
That's how the world works, man. Everybody's borrowing from somebody.
Yep.
And it all goes back to China because they own us. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just anyway. I think the car came out great. I had a lot of fun with this, and depending on how things go in California, we may be bringing Monkey Wrench Mike and I may be bringing a car or two back home. There may be a third one.
Oh my!
Yeah, that's in another location. There's a lot going on, and for that reason, I'm not intending to spend an ungodly amount of time or money putting this car together. It's a great car for what it is. It's a wonderful car that you could take to car shows. I don't know about car shows with the hail damage. You might.
Oh yeah.
You might. Well, you ain't gonna win. All right, you could go to cars, but you ain't gonna win nothing. It'd be like taking that 55 to the car show. I didn't win nothing.
Yeah, it didn't win nothing, but I believe that got the most attention.
Yeah, I think it did too. And this is one of those cars. It will get attention. You really don't see a lot of them out on the roads or anything. People that have them typically keep them locked up. It's safe in their garage. And, cars and coffee, car shows and stuff, swap meets. This would be a fun car that you could drive around, daily drive if you want to. And it gets looks and it gets people coming up to talk to you. So if you don't like attention, I'm telling you, not the car for you.
Right.
I can't go anywhere. You saw me. You were pulling up.
Yep.
I was at the gas station down the street, little corner store, just trying to grab some Gatorades, man. And people came flocking up to the car, talking to me. I'm sitting there and I was like, man, I need to go. And then he rolls up, honks his horn, and is revving his engine. And I was like, oh, I got to go. It'll get attention. If you don't like attention, this is absolutely not the car for you. I had fun. I want to thank you again.
Oh, you are more than welcome. I enjoy it.
Me too.
I enjoy the hanging out.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And playing with cars and stuff is a good way to hang out, I think. It's fun. It's fun. And you never know what I'm going to bring home next.
That's true.
Hey, you never know. And he did a phenomenal job painting. I know I know those didn't want to get painted.
Oh, God.
I had people telling me, Randy, those don't paint well. And I was like, nah, I know he could do it. If anybody can paint it, I know he could do it. So thank you for your help. The car's together. It's pretty much done. I'm going to get out of here. Go follow Santa's Workshop on YouTube. Like I said, his link is just right down below, guys. Just all you got to click. Is that how you click? I don't know. With a click. With your mouse. Click.
Click. There we go.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Santa's Workshop. And if you're not subscribed to me, well, I mean, that'd be cool if you subscribe to me too. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It should be Saturday, April something.
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Hopefully it's April 2nd. Drop those comments below. Stay safe out there, buddy, and wish me safe travels back. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll bring home something really, really cool. The only way that car is not coming home with me is if it's not what it's supposed to be.
Right.
If something over the last many, many years, which is possible, something sitting alone, who knows, rubbing things up and down the side of it in a garage or a shed, it dings there, I don't know. But if the car is what I've been told it is, I find it difficult to believe that I would be able to leave there without being in that car.
Just do one favor for me.
Yeah.
Tell Copart not to put it on the forks.
I hope they didn't. I hadn't even considered that because we've already seen the damage to this one. I got to remember the thing. Now go subscribe to him because he just reminded me. I really need to look underneath that thing and make sure it doesn't have some of those.
Yep.
All right, guys, stay safe out there. Look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.